Hi Papercrafters! Welcome to another Design with Jo video. I'm Joanne Rogers, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Alberta, Canada, and I've been designing with you in mind since 1999. Today I want to share a fun project with you. It's one to use with brush lettering, and I want to show you how you can shade your brush letters super simply. So here's everything we're going to use in our project. We are going to need your Stampin' Write markers, and I've got the basic black, the melon mambo, and this one is the powder pink. And I have some cardstock that we're going to make just a regular A2 card from. As I go through the different pieces, I'll tell you what the sizes are. So today I'm going to use the How Sweet It Is paper from the How Sweet It Is Sweet out of the Occasions catalog. And this paper is so much fun because it's got all kinds of color on one side of the paper, and then on the other it has a fairly simple design in one of the colors. So we've got gummy bears, we've got our gumball machines, and on the other side, this one has more than one color, but it doesn't have all of the colors. And this one is really fun. It's got cupcakes and lollipops and other candies and jelly beans. And on the background is just your coastal cabana and some sweet treats in some candy dishes there, and some two different colors here with the melon mambo. So a smaller one, and then some fun diagonal lines, stripes, and some melon mambo. And then I think the last one here, this one is really fun, just a confetti paper on gorgeous grape. And then it's got the coastal cabana. And what I really like what the Stampin' Up! Is doing with some of their papers right now is they're using different tones of one color. So this is on a white background, but has 3 different tones of our coastal cabana to give you a really different look. So the piece we are going to use is this one. So I'm going to use the background here, and I've already cut those out. If you're interested in brush lettering, you might want to try my beginner brush letters. It's an online class that I have for paper crafters, and it's a really quick way that you can pick up this trendy lettering. But we are going to use it today, and I'm going to show you one way that we can dress it up just a little bit. So I'm going to use my letters from that beginner class, and we're going to use the brush tip marker of the Stampin' Write marker. And this one is in Melon Mambo. And I'm just going to write many thanks, and my many is going to be in brush. So I'm just going to letter it here. And for those of you who have ever taken a class or even taken the online one, you'll remember that this is a lot of stopping and starting to create your letters, and it actually is a lot slower than you think it might be. So I have my many in Melon Mambo, and now to create my shading, I'm going to go in with my powder pink, and I am just going to move slightly to the left. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing as what I just did, but I'm going to go really slow here. I am going just on the outside of that letter so that I can make a little tiny bit of a shadow. So you can do shadows in grays and maybe a light brown, but I like doing it in a complementary lighter color. There we go, because it just seems to coordinate a little bit better. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the small bullet tip on my basic black, and I'm just going to write thanks. And this is in my own handwriting. So I just, in your own script that you have, you're going to write thanks. So that's all we're going to do on the brush lettering part, and I will decorate it a little bit. So I'll just put my pens away. Okay, so now it's time to put together our card. So this piece, and I don't think I told you, even though I was going to tell you, is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to mount that onto a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to use my snail for that. And I'm going to take my designer paper, and this is a little more fun than what I want for this particular one. So I'm just going to put that onto the bottom with showing the melon mambo. And I'm going to put my snail onto my card rather than onto my paper. Get my snail going and just make a line here, and I'm going to put my paper right over top. I think I'll do the narrower one first. Now I'm just going to put my designer paper right over top, and I made sure that I had some on top of the black, and it's going to go right out to the edge. And I'm going to make myself a little bow. So this is how I make my bows. I make 2 loops, I cross the loops and I pass the top one through the middle of the bottom one. And I don't pull it too tight the first time, and then I just play with my ends a little bit. So I do have a video just specifically on making a bow like that if you'd like to check it out. Pull in my pair of scissors, my nice, that I only keep for ribbon. Cut that off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this upside down and cut from behind so that I can see exactly where I'm cutting my designer paper off. There we go. And I'm going to mount that over top, and I'm going to use dimensionals to do that. Place that right over top of my, in the center of my card. Fold my card in half. I'm just going to give that a crisp edge. Okay, and I think that I am going to put my ribbon just right down here, and I'm going to do that with a glue dot. Just pull one off of the roll here and take my ribbon, my bow, right to the glue dot, which picks it up, and then I'll just put it, maybe I'll put it right on top. And then the last thing that I want to do is I'm just going to take some of my glitter enamel dots, and I'm just going to put 2 on there. I think I'll put a large one down below here maybe, and the medium one maybe right, well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to do the 1. Unless I wanted to put 1 on here, I'm going to put 1 on either side. Change my mind. I'm going to take 2 of the medium ones and put it on either side. So there you go, all done. I hope this idea gave you a little inspiration and you are going to give it a try. The link to my brush lettering class is down below, and I would love to know how it turns out for you and what tweaks you might have made along the way when you were making this card. So I'd especially love it if you would share a photo of what you make in our Design with Jo VIPeeps group. We're building a fun group of crafters over there, and we love to share what we are doing. So you can purchase all of the supplies I used for this design by clicking on the links in the description below. If you live in Canada and don't yet have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your gal. You can also find me at www.designwithjo.ca. I post regularly, and it'd be great to have you join in. If you're curious about having your own paper crafting business, I've got a growing team of creative Canucks. We're a bunch of wonderful crafters with fabulous ideas ready to welcome you. Contact me today. If this project tickled your creativity, please like it below and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more great ideas. Thanks very much, and have a great paper crafting day.